All right, so our topic again is symmetrical parabolic curve. We answered number 1. We had this answer, 17.18. Now let's have an alternate solution to that. So let me just copy. There. So alternate solution. So instead of using h and y, our goal here is to solve for elevation of point Q. Okay. So what we did in our first solution is add h and add y, right? So instead of that, we're not going to do that. Instead, okay, we're going to use another variable or part of your parabolic curve, which is this length right here. There. So this length is actually equal to, does anyone know? What is that height equal to? What part of your parabola is that? Correct, Reynolds. It's A. Okay, so this is letter A. So if I solve for that, again, the goal is to get the elevation of this. Okay? Once I've solved for that, then the next step would be to get this value here. Okay? This height right here. Right? And let's give that a variable. Let's say that is HQ. Again, you can choose whatever variable you like. Let's just call this HQ, okay? So to get elevation of Q now, it's just elevation of your PI plus this value A, then minus your HQ. Okay, so PI is given. Next, I need to solve for A first. So we have a solution for A. We have an equation for that here. 1/2 G1L. No problem there. 1/2 G1L. So 1/2 G1. I think G1 we've already solved for that. No, it's given. It's 6%. So 0.06. And L is 160. So what's A? 4.8. Correct, Reynolds. Next up, I need to solve for HQ. So how do I solve for HQ? Now this is where your diagram comes in. So HQ is actually let's do it here. This is HQ. Looking back here, remember the area of this is equal to the difference between 2 points on your parabola. So I'm going to get the vertical difference if I get the area. So here, I'm going to get the vertical difference of point PC and point Q. Okay, that is your HQ. Okay, I guess. So therefore, I need to get the area under those 2 points, which is this. Okay, so this side therefore is 0.06. And now this portion That is your GQ. Let's call that GQ. So this is HQ. That's GQ. All right. Okay. So HQ, the area, this is a trapezoid. So GQ plus 0.06 over 2, base 1 plus base 2 over 2, times height. Height is this HQ. Okay. No, height is, sorry, this length. And this length is actually this is this. So it's also 40. So times 40. So now my problem here is what's GQ? So to solve for GQ now, you can use ratio and proportion since this is a right triangle. Okay. So using that ratio and proportion of your right triangle, first this right triangle, the smaller one, and then this larger one. Okay. So GQ, okay, leg 1 over this length, and that length would be this, right? So it's 80. Equals and this side and the corresponding side to this, so 0.06 over 120. Total length for A12, so this is 120. Therefore, what's GQ? It's correct, 0.04 Reynolds and Lawrence. They sub that here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, sorry. By the way, okay. So, correct, it's 2. HQ is 0.80 then. I don't know, HQ is 2. So subbing 0.04 here, you're gonna get HQ equals 2. So by the way, it just turns out that this is the sag of your curve, right? So I need to mention that. And it turns out this sag corresponds to the third quarter point of your curve. That's why I can just directly say this length is 120 and then this is 80. But in actual, right? You need to solve for that SQ. Or you need to solve for this length. So let's call that SQ. Okay. So let me delete this. By the way, you can use this as well because the sag of your curve corresponded to the third quarter point of your curve, but it's not always that case. Okay. So this is GQ over SQ. Okay. Then this is now 0.06 times 40 plus SQ. Okay. So to solve for SQ, we're gonna do this. So remember from PC to point and sag, your summit or sag, that's your S1. So SQ is just S1 minus 40. So now I need to solve what S1 is. Did we solve for S1 earlier? Nope, we did not. Okay. So S1. Equation for S1 is just in your notes. So G1L all over G1, G2. So G1 is 0.06, negative since downward, so negative 0.06 times L160 all over G1, again, negative 0.06 minus G2, positive 0.02. Therefore, S1 is 120. If you solve for this, you get 120. Therefore, SQ is S1 minus 40. So 120 minus 40, that's 80. Sub that here, you're going to get 0.04. Okay? So now sub 0.04 here, you're going to get 2. So finally, solving for this, you got A, you got 2. What's the final answer? What's PI is 14.375 plus 4.8 minus 2, 17.18. Correct, Miguel? And as you can see, it's the same answer as before. So this is another way to solve. Okay? So there are multiple ways to solve for a single problem here. Up to you how you want to solve for it. Okay? All right. You understand number 1, alternate solution? Please answer yes or no. Okay, good. Well, next, let's move on to number 2. So number 2 is pretty easy. A grade line AB having a slope of 5%, positive 5, so that's upward, intersect another grade line BC having a slope of negative 3% at B. The elevations of point A, B, C are 95, 100, and 97 respectively. Determine the elevation of the summit of the 100-meter parabolic vertical curve to connect the grade lines. So we're looking for elevation of summit. So let's draw that first. So we have F. Then this is positive 5%. Okay. This is negative 3. Then let's include our points. So our points are, you have line AB and line BC. Okay. So line A, B, then they intersect at B, then this is BC. Okay. And then elevations of each are 95, 197. Determine the elevation of the summit of the 100-meter parabolic curve connecting the grade lines. Now, first of all, it's not stated here that A is your point PC, and then your point C is your point PP. So it's incorrect to draw your parabola this way, okay? Since again, it's not specified that A is your PC and C is your PP. So your parabola will lie somewhere in the middle of these lines, okay? It's gonna look something like this. And then your summit is this point, okay? So this is now your PP. This is your PC. So PC, PP. Again, this is 3%. So we're looking for elevation of that summit. So let's call that point Q again. Right. So to solve for the elevation of your summit, okay, L of Q, all I need is to find out what's the elevation of your PC. Right. So elevation of that. Then find out this height. And what is that? What variable is this? From height, vertical difference from PC to summit. Or not H. Yeah. Correct, Reynolds. It's H1. Very good. And looking back, oops, too much. There, H1. From PC to summit. H1. Okay? Not A, not H as well. Okay, very good. It's H1. And here, H1 is just 1/2 G1 S1. So this is H1. Okay, so elevation of Q equals elevation of PC plus H1. Okay? So H1 is easy to solve. H1 is again just 1/2 G1 S1. So I need to know what's S1. So 1/2 G1 is 5%, so 0.05. Then what's S1? So S1 you can solve again using your equations. S1 is G1L over G1 minus G2. So G1L over G1 minus G2. So G1 is 0.05 positive. By the way, the sign conventions of your percentage, if you're only finding out the magnitude, doesn't really matter. You're going to get the absolute value, except for S. Okay? So S, sign is important. Okay? So I need to write, for example, here, G1, or in the previous example, let's say that. Here, see, I use positive 0.06, since all I need is the magnitude of A, the length of A. But here in S, I included the sign, G1, G2. Again, that's because usually I'm just looking for the magnitude, but for S1, it's a different story. You need to apply your signs. So G1 positive 0.05. Total length, is it given? Yeah, 100-meter parabolic curve. So that's given. L is 100 meters. So 100 over G1, positive 0.05 minus G2, negative 0.03 since downward. So correct, Miguel, it's 62.5. Subbing that here. Now what's H1? Okay, 1.56. What's the full number? 5625. Ano, advancing iba sa inyo? Wala pa. And now that I have H1, how do I get elevation of PC? So elevation PC is now just equal to, look at what's given. So I'm given elevation of A, B, and C. 95, 100, and 97. So this is 95, 100, 107 meters. So if I was able to find out the elevation of A, right? And then get this, let's call this HA. I'm able to solve for PC. So elevation PC is just elevation A, which is already given, plus HA. So elevation A is 95. The next problem now is solving for what is HA. And HA is easy enough because this is a straight line, which has a grade of 5%. So getting this is easy. Okay, so let me redraw that. So this is 5%. This is HA. Okay, so therefore, remember grade is just rise over run. 5% is equal to rise, which is HA. And what is the run? What is this length? So you have this length 100 meters. Now usually when you're given these lengths right here, everything will be divided evenly. So meaning, let me just move everything downward. Let me just move PC to make things easier. Okay. Yeah. So when you're given tangent lines and within them lies your parabola, then everything will be divided into quarters again. So all of these lengths are 50. So this is 100. So the length of your parabola, this length, is 100. Therefore, this is L over 2, right? From PC to point of intersection. That's 50. Okay. So again, this should be 100. So this is 50. This is 50. And everything in equal amount. So this is also 50. It's also 50. Just like what we did here. Everything is in 40. Okay. So now, therefore, I can say this is 50. Right? This side. And then rise over run, this is 50. Therefore, HA, what's 50% of 0.05? 5% of 50, that's just 2.5, correct? Okay. So now, sub everything here. Here. Elevation A, 95 plus 2.5, that's 97.5. Sub everything here. So 97 0.5 plus 1.5625. So final answer, 99.0625. Round off to 2 decimal places, 99.06 meters. Okay. Any questions for number 2? None? So do you understand number 2? Please answer yes or no. Okay, great. Let's move on now to number 3. Number 3 is very easy. A highway engineer must take a symmetrical vertical curve where an entering grade of 0.80% meets an existing grade of 0.40% at station 10 plus 100, which has an elevation of 140.36. If the maximum allowable change in grade per 20-meter station is negative 0.20, what is the length of the vertical curve? So we only need length. And we're given this maximum allowable change in grade per 20-meter station. That is actually just your R per station. So R per 20. So I don't need all of these extra info. So for number 3, all I need is your R. So R over stations, the length of each station, let's say that's N. Okay. Again, N, length of each station is equal to, and remember the equation for R, it's G1 minus G2 over L. Or G2 minus G1 over L. Okay. And all I need is that equation. And look, R is equal to negative 0.20%. So negative 0.20. So that's negative 0.002. All over per 20-meter station. So over 20 equals G2 minus G1. G2 is negative 40. G1 is positive 8.80. So in decimal, that's negative 0.004. And then positive 0.008. So negative 0.004 minus positive 0.008 all over L. So what is the value of L? Correct, Christian, it's 120. 120 meters. Ganun lang. That's it for number 3. Do you understand number 3? Yes or no? All right, good. Let's now answer the next question, number 4. Okay. Number 4 is longer. Okay. A grade of negative 4.2% grade intersects a grade of positive 3% at station 11 plus 488 of elevations 20.80 meters. These two center grade lines are to be connected by a 260-meter vertical parabolic curve. So letter A, at what station is the cross drainage pipes be situated? If the overall, letter B, the overall outside dimensions of the reinforced concrete pipe to be installed is 95 centimeters, and the top of the culvert is 30 centimeters below the subgrade, what will be the invert elevation at the center? Okay. So we have, let's draw first. So we have negative 4.2, positive 3. And if we draw our parabola, so this is your PC, this is your PT, this is your PI. What else is given? Negative 4.2, positive 3. Negative 4.2, positive 3. So they intersect at the station. That's your station PI. So 11 plus 4 is 8. And then its elevation is 20.80 meters. So instead of writing it separately, I'll just write it within the drawing, okay? To make location of values easier. 20.80. So station, elevation, then length of your curve to 60. So what are we looking for? What station is the cross drainage pipe be situated? So drainage pipe, where do you think on a parabolic curve, a sag curve, should a drainage pipe be situated? Again, where should I put my pipe within this parabola? Isipin nyo, it's a drainage pipe. So where should it be?
Lowest point.
Correct, Justin. Lowest point. Why? Because at the lowest elevation, that is where all your water will collect. So that is where your drainage should be. So it's the lowest point of your parabolic curve, or at the sag for this case. So we're looking for this elevation of that point. So we're looking for first station. So let's call that point Q. Okay. So we're looking for elevation of Q. Correct, Reynald, it's also the lowest. So elevation of Q. How do I solve for that? So to get elevation of Q, look at what's given. I'm given station PI. Okay. So after getting station PI, that is where you're gonna base your equation. So station PI. Okay. Then see here. Okay. So remember, this is L over 2. This is also L over 2. And then another thing you can know is that this is, Anyone, what is this length? What's this? From PC, horizontal distance from PC to SAG. Correct, Reynald. It's S1. So S1. So looking now here at this figure, going from station, this plus, station PI, right here. If I add L over 2, okay, I get this full length. And then if I subtract, sorry, again, if I have PI, this is the location of that. If I subtract from that your L over 2, I go back to station PC, okay? And then if I add S1, I get station Q, alright? So again, from PI, subtracting your L over 2, you get station PC. Then adding S1, you get station Q. So plus S1. Okay, so L is given, no problem there. The problem now is figuring out what's S1. So S1 is just solved using equation. So S1 is G1L over G1 minus G2. So G1 negative 0.042. L is 260. Then G1 negative 0.042 minus G2 3%, so positive 0.0. What's S1? Correct, Ritz. It's 151.67. Okay, store the value of this. Put it here. So what's 11,488 minus L over 2, so 260 over 2 plus S1, which is 151.67. 11 plus 509.63? Or is that 67? 0.67, correct. So I'll delete this one. So 11 plus 509.67. Okay, that's A. Next, letter B. If the overall outside dimensions of the reinforced concrete pipe to be installed is 95, top of the culvert is 30 below, what is the invert elevation? Just draw that first. So there is a pipe over here. Okay? It's located somewhere here. It's not actually at point Q. It's somewhere here. Okay? So that's your pipe. So let me just zoom into that. Letter B. So if you zoom in, this is your point Q, right? And this is your pipe. So dimensions are so diameter of your culvert 95 cm. Next, the top of the culvert is 30 below the subgrade. What do you mean by subgrade? Subgrade is just this. So this is and 30 centimeters. So this is, and we're looking for elevation of the invert elevation at the center. So at the center just means here, this is what we're looking for actually. Elevation of this point. Okay, so let's call that C. Okay, so we're looking for elevation of C. Also, for a culvert, invert is just the bottom of your culvert. Okay, so that is what invert means. The lowest point or the bottom bottom of your culvert. So a culvert is just like a drainage pipe. Right. You're looking for elevation again of C. So how do I get that elevation of point C? Again, find out your reference. So elevation Q. So I know the elevation of Q. So all I need now is to subtract. So just elevation of Q minus 30 cm minus 95 cm, and everything is in meters. Meters. So convert that to centimeters. That's just divided by 100. So minus 0.30 minus 0.95. So what's the answer? Oh, wait. I don't know the elevation. Okay, yeah. This is station or error. Sorry. Station Q, not L. Okay, so I don't know station Q yet. So the first thing I need to do now is solve for elevation of Q. Okay. So elevation of Q. Here. Now depending on what do you have. I'm given elevation of PI. So that is where I will base my computation. So LLPI. So from there, let's say okay. So may nakuha yung 11.5. Okay. Yun pala yung kaninang tanong. Okay, again. So to solve for Q, let's look at the parts of your parabola. First of all, what do you call this? Vertical distance from PC to SAG. Not A. Vertical distance from PC to SAG. Correct, Lawrence. It's H1. Oops. Okay. Next, what is this? PC to PI. Yeah, correct, Christian. You got it. It's A. Yes, PC to PI. Vertical distance PC to PI is your A. So now that I have those, I can say elevation PI. But to get elevation Q, I go from PI plus A, right? So I get to this height. But I want to know elevation of Q. So I subtract this length, which is H1. Okay, so PI plus A minus H1. So now I'll just solve. A by equation is just 1/2 G1S. So 1/2 G1L rather. G1 is 0.042 and L is 260. So what's A? Correct, 5.46 right now. Next, H1 again by equation. It's 1/2 G1S1. So 1/2 0.042. And then what's S1? S1 we've already solved for. It's 151.67. So what's H1? 3.18? 3.19. Okay. So now I have H. I can solve for elevation of Q, which is so what's elevation of PI is 20.80. So 20.80 plus A, 5.46 minus 3.19. Oh, hindi din. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Sorry, ako pala may maling computation. Give me a sec. Elevation PI. Let's write the full version of this. 185. Okay, elevation PI 20.80. 46. Okay, correct. You're correct. 23.075. And then finally, yeah. So 23.075 minus 0.30 minus 0.95. Correct. 21.825 or 21.80. What? Elevation given? Yeah. Here. Okay. Any questions for number 4? Wala? Do you understand number 4? Please answer yes or no. Okay, good. So, in your PowerPoint, the one that I've uploaded, hanggang number 4 lang. Okay? But I've made some additional questions. So, I have 30 minutes left. So, I'll upload this again later. I made some additional questions so that we have more examples, or you have more examples to study. Okay? So for now, just look at the screen if you don't have, you just look at the screen since you don't have a copy of this yet. Okay, let's start. So number 5, a grade descending at a rate of -4% intersects another grade ascending at the rate of 8% at station 2 plus 000, elevation 100 meters. A vertical curve is to connect the two such that the curve will clear a boulder located at station 1 plus 980, elevation 101.34. Determine the necessary length of the curve. Then letter B, determine the station of the location of a sewer to be laid out. Letter C, compute the elevation of station where the sewer is to be placed. So this letter B and C is similar to the question about your culvert. Okay, so first step, again, usually, is to draw your parabola. So grade descending at 4, then ascending at 8. Let's draw that out. Okay, descending at 4. Ascending at 8. Something like that. Draw your pwede na. Okay. Okay. So this is your PC. Lakihan natin. Para mas kita. This is your PC. This is your PT. This is your PI. And then, this lowest point on your curve is here. Okay. Let's call that Q again. So what happened? Okay, -4, +8. Let's draw that. -4, +8. Then they intersect at the station at this elevation. So at PI, station was 2, elevation. Then it will clear a boulder at this station 1 plus 90, or 980. Then it has an elevation of 101.34 for a boulder. So let's draw a boulder. So there's a boulder over here. So it's at station 1 plus 980. This is station 2. So it's to the left of that. So it's somewhere here. And that's where your boulder is. And that is at station. Okay. Let's call that B. So B. Then stationing of that is 1 plus 980. And then it has an elevation 101.34. Sorry, it just clears the boulder. So your parabola will hit that boulder. So it doesn't say here that there's a space between your parabola and the boulder. So clear just means it's above that. So your boulder is over here. Okay. So therefore, this point B also has an elevation of 101.34. Okay, so that's all you're given. Question now is letter A. Determine the length of your curve. So to get the length of your curve, usually you're gonna compare two values on your parabola that has something to do with L. And one of those equations is, let's take a look. It's this one. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 points on your curve and compare them or compare this to each other. So we're gonna take a point Y, then your H and L. So H and L, it's already here. So this is your H, and then this is your L. And then this is L over 2. L over 2. The other point now would be here, since it's the one where your elevation and station is given. So comparing that, I need to get an offset of this point. So the offset of that would be this length. Okay. So from point B to and point on your tangent line. Okay? So that's your YB. Okay, let's call that YB. Okay? So this length is YB. And then I want to know this. And actually, I want to know this length. So to know this length, I need to compare to this. So get it here. Then to get this length, I also need to know what's the elevation of B. So let's start with that. The elevation of B is equal to your given PI. So elevation PI plus this total length. Okay. So hindi masyadong kita. What's this? I need to know this height as well. Zoom in time. So let's call that Z. Again, it's up to you what variable is. This isn't actually a part on your curve. Let's say that's Z. Therefore, elevation at B is PI plus Z plus YB. Okay, wait lang. Ay, tama. Sorry, I got confused for a while. So elevation of B is given elevation pi plus z. Let's zoom out. So plus z plus yb. So we can solve for yb. Elevation of B is given, it's 101.34. Elevation of pi is given, that's also 100. Plus z. How do I get z? So if I zoom in here, this is our right triangle, right? Then this is your grade, this is rise, this is run. Let's get that. Let's zoom in on that. So here. So this is your z. This has a grade of 4%. And this, what is this length? Can anyone tell me what is this length? Here. Look at your given. There's a value for that. There's an actual value. Look at your given. What is that? Anyone? Look at the stationing. No clue. Pi is at station 2 plus 0, 0, 0. Point B is at 1 plus 980. Correct, Christian? It's 20. Bakit? Ayun. It's from the stationing. Remember, stationing is along the horizontal line for parabolic curves. So if this is 2, this point is at 1 plus 980. Difference of those, 2,000 minus 1,980 is 20 meters. So this is 20. So from point B, 20. Okay. So therefore, this is 20. Therefore, Z is just 4% equals rise over run. So 0.04 equals Z over 20. So Z is just 0.04 times 20 plus YB. So what's YB? 0.8. Okay, no. Yes, correct. This is 0.8. So what's YB? 0.54, correct, Lawrence? Again, let's zoom out. What will I do with that? 0.54, that's an offset. Again, we're going to use this equation. Your y squared, in this case, it's yb squared, over length, x squared, equals h squared, all over L over 2 squared. So YB, I already know it's 0.54. Now I need to know what's x squared. What's x? X is just this, okay? So is the tangent offset closest, is the horizontal offset from PC to PT, whichever is the closest. So point B is closer to C, PC, so it's this length right here, okay? Hirap makita. Okay, so now it's easier to see. And from PC to B, it's just L over 2 minus 20, right? So X is just L over 2 minus 20 squared equals H over L over 2 squared. Now my problem is I don't know H, but we do have an equation for H in terms of L, which is just 1/8 L G1 minus G2. So let's use that. So H equals 1/8 L G1, G2. So that's 1/8 L G1 is negative 0.042 minus G2 0.08. So now H is just negative 0.042 minus 4 lang. 4 minus 0.08, that's just negative 0.12. But H will just be squared here. So ignore the negative sign. So now 1/8 times this, you get, you get H is equal to L over 8 times 0.12. Sub that here, 0.54 all over L over 2 minus 20 squared equals L over 8 times 0.12 over L over 2 squared. So everything now is in terms of L. Please solve. What is this? So there's actually two answers to this. Did anyone get this? What's the value of L? It's a whole number, correct? One of those is 16. What's the other one? Two answers. 100, correct. What's the final answer? Is it 16 or 100? What is the total length of my parabolic curve? 16 or 100? Everyone, answer. Is it 16 or 100? Correct, 100. I'm going to use this. So therefore, therefore L, we're going to use 100 meters. Obviously, why? The distance from B to PI is already 20. So that exceeds the length of 16. Therefore, it should be 100. Okay? Yeah. Right. So next, let's answer. Letter B is a bit easier. We still have time. Determine station of the location of the sewer to be laid out. So station of the sewer. Again, sewer, like your culvert or drainage pipes, is at the lowest point. So you're looking for the stationing of the lowest point. So station Q. So letter B. Yes. So letter B. So to get that station Q, I'm gonna need this length, okay? Which is your S1, right? So station Q is just station PI minus L over 2 plus S1, right? So station Q, station PI, okay, from PI we go to PC, so that's minus L over 2. Okay. This total length is L over 2. Then plus your S1 to get to station 2 again. So now I'll just solve for S1. So S1 is just by equation G1L1, G1L2, G1L1. So G1, negative 0.042. L is 100. We've already solved for that. All over negative 0.042 minus G2, which is 8. So 0.08. So what's S1? Well, I'll give it. S1 is 33.33. So station PI, so that's 2000 minus 50, that's L over 2. Then plus 33.33, that is 1. plus 983.33 at station 1. There. Okay? And then letter C, elevation of your station. I think there's still time for that. Let's just fix this up to get space. Okay, make things quick. Letter C, what we're looking for? Elevation of station where the sewer is to be placed. So I need to find out elevation Q. So I love Q. Is equal to your elevation of PI. Again, that is where you'll base your equations. Then plus, okay, let's call this Z2. Okay. And then let's call this YQ. Right. YQ. ZQ plus YQ. ZQ is easy enough. That's just using your grade. So YQ is what I need to solve for, and that is offset. So we're going to use this equation again. So YQ over its distance from PC, and distance from PC to Q is S1. I've already solved for S1, so that's just S1 squared equals H over L over 2 squared. Okay? So H is just this, L over 8 times 0.12. And then L, you already know to be 100. So sub that there, 100. Then S is just 33.33. So you can solve directly for YQ. So YQ here is just 0.67. Okay? So now, solving that, this is 100. Plus, solving for ZQ, again, that's a right triangle. Okay? So this is your Z2, 2 pala, not Q. Z2, this is 4%. What is the length of that? So the length of that is this, okay? And that's just L over 2, right? Minus S1. So L over 2, so 0, L over 2 minus S1. So Z2 is just 4% of this. So 0.04 times 100 over 2 minus S1. And then finally, the 0.67. So final answer would be 101.33. Okay. There, that's number 5. Okay, any questions for number 5? Wala. You understand number 5? Please answer yes or no. Well, let me zoom in on this so that you can see the drawing clearly. YQZ2. Okay. So before I dismiss you, let me just give you a few reminders. So first of all, and do that poll. Aside from that, okay, so there were a couple of issues with the recording on Panopto, right? Apparently you can't really zoom in on that. So what I did in request of some of the students, and I've uploaded it on a YouTube channel. So just click the link and hopefully this is easier for you. Okay? So yeah, ganun lang. And then another reminder, on Saturday, don't forget your midterm assessment is due. And then another thing is you have an activity on Saturday, which is, well, let's see, according to your syllabus. Week 5, seat work number 2. So to prepare for a seat work, obviously it's about symmetrical parabolic curve. So seat work, the deadline of that would be on Saturday as well, 11:59 p.m. So both midterm assessment and seat work due on Saturday, 11:59 p.m. That's the soft deadline. Okay. Then when everyone has answered the seat work, that is when the solutions or the answers will be shown. Okay. So if you want to know the answers, make sure all your classmates have answered the seat work. Okay. So yun lang. Do you have any questions?
Wala na po.
Okay. So the others, no concerns, no questions?
Wala po, ma'am.
Okay. All right. All right, wala na. All right, so it's 3 p.m. Since you don't have any more questions, you may go. Goodbye, class.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.